Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Got this big video coming up. First, just take a quick look at our weather brought to us by Drew Potter's company, Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. A high today, 91, low 75. Water temperature 86. I don't have the river readings. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn, really strong, but we appreciate Mountain Dew doing our river readings when we do them. We'll have them for you this week. The high tide this morning is at 4:40, so it's starting to go out. It's going to go out to about 4:15 tonight. The fishing game time brought to us by Blue Water. We'll touch base on those. We're looking at 7:15 to 9:15 this morning, and tonight 7:45 to 9:45, so that's some good times and all. So here we go. We're setting up the video. I'd plan on doing a whole show on the video. Some things happen, and in this situation, first time this has ever happened in the 15, 16 years, 4,000 plus shows we've been doing this. My sound, we got back and Gail, we got it to Gail, and she said, "Oh no, Winston," when she was editing it. And I said, "What happened now?" Because I'm sort of famous for messing things up when it comes to videography. And she said, "There's no sound on here." So there was no sound on there. Now, you got to keep in mind, I'm really an outdoors. I love to fish and hunt. I'm not good with camera work and all. I've sort of learned over the years. I don't know my record. I've lost, just maybe you don't know this, I've lost 3 cameras in the time I've done this. I lost one camera over Crooked Island Sound. Mike Purdue and I were launching a boat, and I had it in my pocket, and we pushed the boat off. I leaned forward, it just fell out of my pocket right there on the water. So we went fishing anyway, caught some nice speckled trout. I lost some fish. I lost a camera one time fishing with Steve Petty outside of Mexico Beach. Then I lost a camera. When I say lost it, just, they fell in. I don't know what happened, but I'm trying to catch a fish and do this, and then my buddy catches one. I put my camera, put the camera down on the gun. You know how that stuff happens. So anyway, on this particular situation, it was really rough Saturday. And somehow we started off, and I did not know the sound was not on. It's really hard to read the camera settings in that bright sun, even with my glasses on. So I'm making all kinds of excuses of what I'm going to do. Gail put together a really nice video, good action on it, everything, and and I'm just going to talk over it. So it really, the only thing you're going to miss is some interviews with toward the end. I hate you're going to miss those with Tina Crowder, and also Wendy Colson does his really good stuff. He talks about he intros and all, and Wendy's a natural at it, so you're going to miss that this time, but I promise you next year we'll do the show, and we'll have a sound on it. So anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to take a break and then come back and look at this. It's great fishing. It really was, and I know you're going to enjoy it. So anyway, be patient with us. We're trying to lose more cameras, and we're trying to get better at this cinematography, but I don't know if I can make it or not. So let's take a break, and we're going to come back and do our video. All right, folks, here we are down here at the Sea Quarters Marina Kingfish Tournament. We're launching over here at a public ramp and sort of across the Carabel River from Sea Quarters. And we're going up here on our, check our number in. They always do that. They do a good job checking numbers. So we're going down the Carabel River. And it's early in the morning on a Saturday. We're excited. There's Wendy Colson. So Wendy's doing his Good Morning Colson printing up in Valdosta. Always just a fun guys to fish with. And our captain, this is our new guy, John Simmons, and that's his boat, and a nice yellowfin boat, and John's from Valdosta also. And there's old Tony Bass way back there in the back. So we got the crew together. So what we're doing, the first thing we do is go out into the bay. This is behind Dog Island, and we're trying to catch our bait up. And Tony and John had put the bait trap out the night before, the afternoon before, so we're always anxious to see what we catch during the night for live bait. And so John, here we go. Tony gets it going here, and it's really, you can see when it starts wiggling like that. I figured he and John knew where to put it. Look at there. That's exciting when you pull up that kind of live bait. That's a key to, you've got to have live bait. Ironically, though, we caught a lot of them trolling or artificials, but you got to have some live bait. And that was just overnight. We just caught some, some different, a lot of pinfish and different live bait little mullet and all. So, anything, I always said anything wiggling is good. Of course, some people have a preference for blue runner. So we're getting ready for our first stop, and you can see it's rough. It's rougher than it looks, okay? Don't look that rough, but you can see the boats going back and forth. And we're all out here by the buoy. The same thing happens out of pass at Panama City at Seaboard and different things. You're trying to catch live blue runners. Really live, well, you're dropping down a sabiki rig, and you're still catching bait, and you're catching live blue runners and put them in. And like I say, that's over years past been a go-to bait, the blue runners, and so we're catching a bunch of them. And they're easy to catch and they're really enjoyable. And some of our buddies, we need some of the people next to us. A lot of Georgia people. This is our first stop, and we catch. Well, guess what we catch? First fish we catch is a red snapper. Throw it back, and we're just getting ready to. This is our first stop. Got Tony hooked up here, and you can see we're just fishing bottom. We're starting catching all kind of a black snapper there. We kept this one to eat, but we didn't have time to cook it. We were too tired when we got home that night to cook anything, so we stopped and got some ribs. Okay, so we're measuring, and there you go, Tony. And a nice fish there, and we're fishing on to the. You can see that storm behind us. Now we got wet on the way out. Some storms, we sort of dodged the storms here. Here's Wendy Colson again hooked up. And we're catching fish really right and left about every stop and moving around, doing some bottom fishing right here, getting ready to do some free lining and some trolling. But again, the bottom is just what we call live bottom. I'm going to throw that snapper back. And then we're in a 27-foot yellowfin. There's a fine boat. But in the boat, and then this front was coming through. So, okay, here John, he's hooking up some live bait. He's tossing it out. We're getting ready to do some live bait fishing behind the boat. He put it on the outriggers, and these outriggers, they're really cool now. You understand the purpose of that? Sort of takes the bait out from the boat. Outriggers are very popular and very practical using here, especially in a tournament like this. You can get more baits out. You can spread them out more. And John's got them set up like that. All right, so we get some hookups, and it's exciting now. Of course, now you keep in mind, we're looking for the king mackerel. And if we have a king there, guess what? It's a shark. and you see one at St. Joe, and places call themselves the St. Joe Sharks because there's a bunch of them out there. So we were a lot of people enjoy catching them. They sort of aggravating to us, but I still sort of have appreciation for sharks because I guess they're just always out there and they're so ugly and all, they can't help it. But you don't want to stick your finger down in there, so you get your device to, got a good device to just unhook them. And they're strong, and their survival rate is really high. I don't care how much you shake them around and everything and cut on them, and they're going to survive it. All right, here's Wendy Colson. He's getting hooked up. Look at that rod, bent rod. John's doing a good job keeping the boat moving around. And it's, okay, we're looking like let's see what we got. We had one on, we let him go. Tony's got one hooked up now. It's just steady. Wendy was a big red snapper, I think. And, this is a really big shark. I remember this was a really big shark, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. We see it up there to the right middle screen. That's about an 8-foot bull shark, and right along in here, it gets ready to break off. And we tried to get up a little bit closer so we can get some video. I tried my GoPro, and it didn't work either. So it broke off, and we're glad. Okay, so let's go and take a quick break, and we got another shark right here. Let's go and take a quick break, and we'll come right back. Like I say, that squid right there is just really good bait. All right, so here we are. We got some friends around, and like I said, a lot of folks know each other, and we're out here. This is an area where we've caught some nice fish before, out by this buoy area. And so we're free lining, and we know the fish there. So we didn't catch anything there, anything worth. So here's it. All right, here we go. we're coming in and trying to get in time. We fished about right there. That's about 10 hours worth of fishing. So we're just coming in and checking things out. That's at the Carabel River, and checking back in, make sure they're checking in right there. And by the way, that's a really good place to fish. We talked about fishing, so they're giving us they're catching live bait, they're giving us the okay, 3/4 shootout. So, all right, so here we go. Getting ready to go out the next day. That's the sunrise. The next day, day 2. Here we are on day 2, easing on out there. We're some tired puppies. Go the same routine, checking our live bait. And guess what? We got some more live bait again. So 2 days in a row, we did a good job on live bait. This is back behind the backside of Dog Island. And headed out. Look at that sunrise. Is that beautiful? I saw a beautiful sunrise. This Sunday morning, before we left the house, we had our little prayer and devotional, and we had just a good time and got a good start off. Sometimes we do the communion out on the water, but we did it back at the house. And Wendy led us in that. So here we are going. Guess where we're going? That's a dependable spot. We know there's kings there. The kings anywhere, they're going to be around there. And here we are. We have got an optimistic attitude about everything happening good this particular time. But first of all, look how calm it is. We're excited. We've got a calm day compared to yesterday that we were rocking and rolling. I mean, it's got a few little swells, nothing like yesterday. So the grass wasn't too bad. You see Tony here has some grass around them, but the grass wasn't too bad. Hooked up nice here, and we're excited. And guess what we're going to pull up? Well, I know some of y'all are guessing. Really, we had it by ourselves. I was surprised no one was out here yet. The head shaking on a king now. The king's going to be running back and forth. When the rod is sort of staying in one area, going up and down, it's not. So Tony had a big shark on and broke it off. Now we're going on to an over reliable method. I call this the Wendy Colson. He tried this water bottle, the Wendy Colson technique. We called it winning. That year we won first place. We called it right here doing that. He tries it on a water bottle, and that's his float. He's got a live bait behind him, and then we catch a ugly fish there. We call that a mother-in-law fish, and we catching all kind of things and remora. We're catching some remoras and different things and all. All right, so we're working hard. Now we're in a trolling. We're in a trolling aspect of our trip, and we moved to another area. So we're trolling with these plugs. I'm going to mention this several times. There's a big red snapper trolling. This was Sunday morning, and look at that plug, a red head and a white body. Does that sound familiar? Catching a red snapper on top of the water. That snapper came up and hit that plug. And there you go. We're going to catch them again next snapper season opens up in the fall, hopefully. So we're in the trolling phase right here. We're trolling over what we call live bottom, just a natural bottom. Then we also have some wrecks, and there you go. Catching again. What we're catching, amberjack with what kind of plug? Red head and white body. And I talk about that because that was the very first plug that was made and marketed was that color combination back in the late 1800s. and Heather and son will be proud of that color combination. Here's John here. John doing a good job running the boat, keeping everything going. We got Tony and Wendy working hard. I'm doing a little bit of stuff, but not much. Okay, here we go. Look what we're catching here. See how pretty the water is? Started getting into the jacks, amberjacks and all. There, a lot of them were out there. And look at this color on the left side of the boat. We got a lavender purplish color. And why in the world a fish would hit that color, I'm not sure. But they started hitting on that color. And barely hooked. I've got a lip hooked right there, and we got those are easy to let go. But now what happened? You really got to be careful when you grab that plug because see you're gonna get a hook in you if you're not careful. And fortunately we were able to get them off. Tony's hooked up again. It's just steady action. Really all weekend it was just steady action. And we're hoping again. Now we're in a trolling phase with bottom fish and with free line, and we're trolling. There's 3 ways we fish, and bringing in some more. I believe this one's going to be an amberjack. Yeah, we're catching the jack. And foul hooked him. He was just running around. We hooked him in the tail. Okay, that was easy to let go. Getting ready to, let's see what Wendy has here. And we're going to watch this fish, and then we're going to take a break. Let's see. He just always looking for color. He always looking for got color. And what we got on here? I tell you what, we're going to take a break and then see what Wendy brings aboard. So let's take a break real quick. All right, Wendy's cranking it up, and we're looking here, we're all getting all excited and looking for color, and we're getting on. We're on up in the middle of the day Sunday. We got to get out of there by 2 o'clock, and the time's moving. And what does he have? A big old amberjack. Well, they fight strong, and it's good, fun fishing if you're trying to catch amberjack. We're not trying to catch amberjack. We're trying to catch that big king mackerel. And time running short. So we changed our game. We decide, really talking on board. There's a lot of strategy, honestly, and where to go fishing, and what the water temperature is. You've seen it in the birds. So anyway, and just all right, here we go. We got the king hooked up. We got this. I didn't get a lot of video on this, but this is the one. And we're getting excited. The king mackerel is hooked up. Tony's got the gaff. This is about 1:30, 2 o'clock. We only got like 30 minutes before we got to get out. 25 minutes. And everybody's trying to, okay, we got them hooked. I missed the gaff, but here we are. We got the king mackerel on board. You're going to see all the blood coming from it. That's that 1 ounce of blood. And that's just, Tony hooked him and gaffed him right there. Tony did an excellent job. John did a great job keeping the boat moving in a circle. This is just great teamwork catching this mackerel. I wish I'd had more video on it. And we got anyway, we get up to the bow, get them ice down real quick, and head to the hill. Here we are coming in the sea quarters. We're excited. I talked to Gail on the phone when we got into behind Dog Island. She said there were some 34 pounder. We figured we had a 25 pounder. So here we are coming up dock. Listen, they won't let us come on that side of the dock. So we had to back up. I don't know why. They just wouldn't. There's all the folks that are sea quarters. So we get on the other side of the dock, getting them ready to unload it. And we got it in the bag. We don't want to lose any weight. Don't want to lose any ounce or two. And folks, you see the crowd. This is why I want to tell y'all to come down next year and enjoy some of this. There he is. And we think he's a 25 pounder. And we just we feel like that's going to put us on the board. So we get up there, getting ready to weigh him in. Gail has a camera now, finally. And so we hook him up there. And there's where he's going to weigh him out. And we're excited. And the guy, same folks we always see, and all of a sudden the guy says 29 pounds. Yeah, so we're excited about that, and that puts us in 4th place. So everybody's happy, and I'm waving, hello y'all, waving all my friends out there in TV land. So here we go. They start putting the board up, and you see the board. Folks want to be a part of this. Y'all just try to get it next year. We're going to talk about y'all coming down and helping out and just doing different things, and I'm just proud to be a part of it, and we're getting ready to, okay. And there's Panhandle Outdoors. We help them what we can, and here we are. 29.1 is in 5th place, and Panhandle Outdoors at 29, 1 ounce. So you can see, even between 3rd and 4th place, what do you got, 2 ounces there between 3rd and 4th place. So we're talking about the blood being going out. So here we go. We got the winners. 9th place, this is awards. 8th place with low places, 26.8 pounds. 7th place is Whitaker, 27.2 pounds. This is award presentations. Passing the checks out. That's a good group. Hey, here we are, Panhandle Outdoors. John Simmons and Tony and myself, and Tony just, we got it. Okay, Wendy got the fish, and because he had a hand getting it in there, and 29 pounds, 6th place. And with 29, that's a good group right there, a fun group. And Jimmy Crowder, I'm just talking to Jimmy, he's tickled to see us. He loves to see us every year. We just feel like he's part of it. He gives us a little check there, and we all happy. Everybody's happy except King Mackerel. 5th place, right above us, 2 guys from Indian Pass. They're down there, 29.1 right there. 4th place, the Neil Brook Electric, 33.2 pounds. And then this group right here, Third Gravely, that's the Gravely lawnmower people and all. They're from Valdosta. Good. I got to talk to them. Good group of folks. I'm going to try to interview them next year. They're good fishermen. They had a nice boat, and we saw them several times on the water out there. And George getting to meet them. Here's second place is Reel Zing, 34 pounds. Good group right there, Reel Zing. I don't know where they were from. I didn't get to talk to them. And normally, Nautorious won, a group right there, hard fishermen, $5,000 with a 34.3 pound king mackerel. They actually caught on Saturday. And now we'll go to the Spanish mackerel category. This is Jimmy Crowder's grandkids. Crowder won, and it was Tina and a group and them fishing, and this just tickled me to see that his grandkids won that Spanish mackerel third place. Okay, he was happy right there. That's really cool. I got all the matching shirts. Okay, second place, Spanish, the Knotley Crew out of Valdosta. This is there you go. This is Windy Sons that come down here fishing. First place, Yes Dear. That's Max Lawhon. He is in loyal guy down there. He took all Rob fishing. Youth winner was Winston Roundtree. That's 27 pounds. Wrapping things up. I'm doing a great interview, of course. Just can't hear it. But there's John Sinnott, Tony Bass, and Wendy Colson. And we're getting ready to, Wendy saying, meet us here next year. And we just had fun. And John, thank you for the boat. But here's the important part of the whole thing. The check presented for the 2021 tournament for $60,000. And there's Tina Crowder. She is the president now of Crowder Construction. And I hate we miss this at all the interviews because we just had the best time. There's the man that started, Jimmy Crowder, and on the far right is Rob Grabman from Chicago coming down, Rob Grabman, and then that was it.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.